Hey, welcome back, everyone. We're on another episode of In the Community with Dr. Matt, and we actually have a very, very special guest today. We have Erin and her daughter Piper. So, welcome.
Hi.
Hey, how's it going over there?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. Just getting ready, enjoying chatting with you guys. I got some walking in for the fundraiser this morning.
Nice.
Yeah. Have you guys done your steps yet today?
Not yet. After this, we're going to head out because it's finally nice.
Yeah, I know the sun came out and it was 13 degrees when I was driving in today.
Perfect day.
Yeah. So, I wanted to have you on, Erin, because I think you really, first of all, Erin's been stepping like crazy as well. And she's been a huge help in terms of the fundraiser and Ronald McDonald House. And Erin and her husband, Matt, have actually used the Ronald McDonald House in the past. And did you want to introduce yourself, Erin? I mean, you're the best person for that.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm Erin. This is Piper, our daughter. We live in Acton. And we love the fundraiser. I think it's awesome that you're doing this, actually. It really brings light to a special organization that really touched our family and helped us out huge. We spent about a year there, actually, when Piper was 5.5 months old. We were admitted to MAC. So we were at the McMaster Ronald McDonald House. And we spent, our first span was about 6 months. We came home intermediately for a few weeks in between. And she didn't respond very well to her treatments at that time. So we ended up back there for another 5 months approximately. So we spent a ton of time there, and it was just a blessing for us, really.
Yeah. And I mean, it's like the glue that keeps everyone together during those moments, right?
Oh, 100%. I mean, with us, especially, and I mean, you can relate to this, it wasn't just Matt, Piper, and myself. We had Kaylee, who was in school at the time.
Yes.
So we had to basically part, and one of us would be at the hospital and one of us would be home with Kaylee. And then what we did is on the weekends, we'd basically shift our whole family over to the Ronald McDonald House. And that's basically became our family time. So it really helped us stay connected and have some sort of normalcy in a really crazy time. And it was really important for Kaylee too, because as much as obviously we were going through all that stuff with Piper, we had a 7-year-old who all of a sudden, like, where's dad? Where's mom? Because we were gone for days on end at the hospital. And I mean, she visited, but it wasn't appropriate for her to be staying there with us, obviously.
Yeah.
So it almost became almost like a vacation hotel type thing for us, like a big fun time in the middle of this crazy process.
I know. I remember with the girls, like them coming to visit on one particular weekend. And you said it perfectly. It was like a vacation hotel for them, right?
Yeah.
In terms of showing up, and they thought it was pretty neat, right? They got to come visit their little brother. I'm sure Kaylee thought the same thing.
Yeah. And I'm not sure about the Toronto one, but at McMaster, it was a treat for her. Like, they had this magical gardens. You like climb through this tree, and they did treasure hunts. And at the end of it, you got a little present, and they had like tons of craft activities. And they had people from the Life Center that would come over, and they would create dolls. So for example, Piper is fed via G-tube. She can't swallow. Actually, she's eating right now. I'm not sure if you can see. So basically, she has a Mickey button. Here, I can pull it in and show you. In her belly here. Oh, did I take it off?
Okay.
So she has this inserted. And Kaylee, I'm not sure if you can see it, but Kaylee was very confused about that. Like, it was a little scary for her. So at the Ronald McDonald House, they had people come in and they crafted these dolls, and they brought in Mickey buttons that Kaylee could insert into the doll and explain to her sort of what was going on. So just little things like that people don't realize that they do there to help. We're there obviously to be there as a family, but they do so much more just to help siblings understand and become more comfortable with a situation that's really different for them. And she didn't really understand it. So they really helped us get through that with her too, which was amazing. I don't even have words to describe what they did for her.
That's cool. I love that. And I think it's nice to hear the stories of the other siblings too.
Oh, 100%. And it was like, even for us, like at that time, we kind of really felt alone. Like, we were shocked about her diagnosis, and we had no idea what we were looking at. So when we were there.
May I ask what was the diagnosis, just so people who are watching understand a little more?
This is tricky.
It's a long
So Piper is the third person in the world actually with her diagnosis. So when she was born, we didn't know that there was anything wrong because there's nothing physically wrong with her body. Her legs work. She can't walk. Her arms work. Like everything's fine. But for Piper, it's how her brain relays messages to her body, basically. So her G-tube, she can't swallow, but her swallowing reflex is there. She just doesn't know how to use it, basically. So about 5.5 months went by, and we started noticing that she wasn't progressing, because at 7 years old now, she's still at that infancy level. So we didn't really notice there was anything wrong at that point. So it took about 1.5 years to get a proper diagnosis. So she has seizures, but that's a symptom of her genetic abnormality. So she has, it's a TKT genetic disorder, and basically her body doesn't process energy as it's supposed to.
Right.
And there's 2 other cases in Germany, and they're both siblings, but they haven't, that parent chose not to release the medical information. Yeah. So we actually don't have any idea what lies ahead. So we're just waiting. Yeah.
And what's that?
At first I was kind of like, oh, I want to know. But now that we're here, it's sometimes kind of nice not to know, because we're not waiting for the next thing to happen. We're just sort of going day by day. So it's kind of a blessing.
Then you're open to the possibilities.
Yeah, 100%.
I love it. Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing today. I appreciate it.
Yeah, not a problem.
Yeah, it makes a big difference.
Oh. It's really cool. I really like that. Well, I think a lot of people don't even realize how much they do. Like, even for me, living in the hospital, they have, I'm not sure about Toronto, but McMaster has a Ronald McDonald room that parents can go to. And then, even little things like that, well, obviously not now with COVID, but people can donate perishable items so that parents can go and have a tea or a bagel in the morning. And that in itself was life-saving, because, like, what do? Go have more hospital food? You know what I mean? So you go in, and you'd go in and sit down and have a tea. You'd be there with other parents, and free of charge. You didn't have to worry about any of that stuff. You just went in, had breakfast, and then went back to whatever it was you were doing. And it was just, the things that they did was amazing. There's no word for it, how they've touched us so much.
Beautiful. I know it does. It makes a huge difference. And, listening to your story, and even having you message me at night and sending me the pictures, keeps me inspired along the way too. So thank you.
Well, thank you very much. You definitely got us stepping. That's for sure.
Awesome. Is there anything else you want to add in before we wrap things up today?
No, I'm just so thankful that everyone, there's been so many people who's out there walking, which is amazing. And just really brings awareness to an amazing organization that helps so many different people and on different levels. It's not even speakable as to how much they've touched our family and how much they're doing now. I can even imagine being there now with all the stuff going on. So it's really great that you're doing this for them and all those families there right now that probably really need help and a boost and some support. So I think that's really awesome that
100%.
This is a great time for it.
Thank you. Beautiful. Well, thanks so much for being here today. Thank you, Piper. And we'll say bye for now to everybody and sign off. Of course, if they want more information, there's still an opportunity to get tickets for part 2 of the fundraiser. And we're looking forward to seeing everybody out there step in. And please keep sending your pictures in. I love them. And I love reposting them. So thank you, Erin.
Yeah, no, thank you very much.
Beautiful. We'll see you guys soon. Bye for now.
Yeah, see you soon. Enjoy the sun.